It sounds good when you get up to high RPM. Hey guys, back at you with another POV review. Today we have a 1993 Honda Civic Del Sol SI, owned by my friend Asher over there. So what I'll do is I'll walk around this thing with you, tell you what this thing is like, the history of the Del Sol, and eventually we'll talk about the interior, and then we'll talk about what it's like to drive, because we're out here in the Redwood Mountains of Northern California, and there's going to be a lot of cars passing by, as you'll see in the upcoming clips. So, and also we've got the Gator Greasers featuring soon. They're just on their way. But yeah, so let's walk around and I'll tell you guys what this thing is like. So at first glance, this might not look like your average Honda Civic, even your two-door coupe Honda Civics, but this is actually based on the 6th generation EG platform. Honda, originally what they wanted to do in 1993 when this thing came out, is they wanted to make a two-door, almost roadster version of the Civic, because they already had a coupe version, but they didn't have a convertible version, or at least what they considered to be a target top. So you can imagine that this thing was really well received, because it was something nice, it was small, it was compact, and it still had the same performance as any Civic from the time. As you can see, it's finished in Granada Black Pearl, and it's on 14-inch rims, and you can see there's a few interior modifications as well as under the hood, but as you from styling wise, this thing is very subtle. It almost looks kind of like goofy, and in the way it's considered to be a competitor to the NA Mazda Miata, because, well, if you look in terms of dimensions, it's roughly the same size, and you would think because of this flat rear part, you would think it would be mid-engine, but no. It's front-engined, oddly enough. Well, it would make sense because all Honda Civics are FF, and they still are, so they didn't really want to deal with having to develop an entirely new platform just to fit the engine in the rear. As you can see from the front there, you got some headlights, which are relatively brand new, and then you got some fog lights. This is characteristic on all Del Sols. It doesn't matter what trim level you get, all of them will have this double headlight design. You could get fog lights on some, but later on in the model years, they got rid of them. Speaking of what kind of Del Sol you got, there was actually a couple of trim models over this thing's about 5-year model run. It came from 1992 or 3 all the way to around 1997 or 98, depending on which market you had it in. So in 92 or 93, you started with the, at least in North America, you started with the S, and then you had the SI, which was like the performance version. And then in 1994, they added the VTEC trim, despite all of these having VTEC. The VTEC trim had a B Series 1.6, which was dual override cam, and I'll talk more about that once we pop the hood and start this thing up. And you also got a bunch of other amenities, such as, like, over the years, such as, holy shit, first gen Gallardo Superleggera. And you also got a lot of other amenities over the years, such as ABS, transition to OBD2, like fog lights, and so on and so forth. But with all the exterior bits out of the way, I think it's time we hop in and talk a little more about what this thing is like on the inside, where you'll be living most of the time. Alright, so if we use the key to unlock the car, because this thing predates having key fobs, you slide your way down, and I'll find a place to put my phone. You have a pretty solid door slam, this thing being from 1993. You have a pretty basic looking interior. Remember, this is a 1990s Civic. These things were not known for being super luxurious, having nice leathers on the door cards and stuff like that. You got your basic squishy plastic here, which is better than like a hard scratchy plastic. Sorry, that's my friend Massimo in the M4. Those are the Gator Greasers. Oh, an FL5. And there's Damien, if you can see. Yep, that's everyone. Sorry. Yep, I was just about to say, I was about to review the interior, but...
Damn, we got a long lineup.
I know, right? We'll catch up, don't worry.
No, it's okay.
We got the entire squad.
Get where we're going.
Anyways. Alright, getting back into this thing, I was talking about the doors. You have your automatic mirrors here, which is kind of nice because most Civics weren't really well equipped at this time. You have your automatic windows, which is also really good. One, your driver's side is auto. You have also the passenger one, and then you have a third one. You can see it says rear, but like there's no window. So let me show you what this thing does real quick. It's actually pretty cool. You have a window in the back that rolls down like an Audi R8 or like a Toyota 4Runner or something like that, which is really cool because then you have all the air that comes in and you still have like the roll bar protection of a convertible. So that makes this thing a really nice target top for the money. You can also see on your gauge cluster, you have a small little picture of the Del Sol on the left, which is a green light showing that the window's down. You have your clock, you have an analog tachometer, which goes all the way up to 7,000. You have your gear indicator, which, because this thing is automatic, of course it has it. Don't worry though, you can still get a 5-speed manual. You have your parking brake indicator, you have all that. You have your speedometer, which goes up to 140-ish. Then your fuel and coolant temperature. Going on to the middle, you have your AC, which is also good because some Civics did not have them at this time, which was kind of bad. And if you push this down, you see that you have your radio, which is nice because a lot of Civics from this time have like a hideaway radio because I guess people were stealing them in the 90s. And then on the passenger side, you see that although this seat that I'm in is a custom one, this one is the stock Del Sol seat. And Asher was telling me that a lot of people like to swap these Del Sol seats into their like other 90s Civics from the era because these seats are just so bolstered. Like normally for Civic seats you expect like a plush fabric couch, but these things are actually like borderline buckets. Like you could probably mistake this thing for a Recaro if you were not educated enough. You got more squishy plastic on the dash, which is better than like, you know, having the cracked plastics of the 240SXs from the same time. You have your glove box, which is actually pretty cavernous. And then you have your your passenger side door card, which is pretty basic. This thing has a simple sound system. Like, don't expect a Bose in a damn EG6 Civic, let alone this EG2 or EH2, whatever they called the Del Sols at the time. But, oh yeah, how could I forget? The fake Mugen Power steering wheel. But that doesn't mean he hasn't, like, you know, put some mods on this thing. So I think it's time we start this thing up. I get Asher over and he can talk about some of the mods that he's done to this thing. All right, so if we start up the 93 Del Sol. No idea why I did that, but it has a simple startup noise, and the starter motor is pretty basic. Like, people might recognize that sound from pretty much any Honda of this era because they all had the same kind of squeaky noise. Asher, you want to come over to the front? We'll talk about the engine. So you have Honda's D16 Z6 under the hood, making around 125 horsepower, 106-ish pound-feet of torque. He used to have a different cold air intake, but he's put the stock airbox back on. The base model had a 1.5 D15, which made like 100-something horsepower, and then the VTEC had a B16 A3 with around 160, but like barely 5 more torque, but that's pretty much the nature of the B series. Like, they don't have any torque. Regardless, these things, the D16 Z6s rev up to around 7,200 RPM, but I've been told that they rev up to 7,400 if you just lock it in gear. As you can see from the gear indicator, there was a 1, 2, and 3. So you can lock it into gear just like my Honda Pilot video, which I can link to in the description. You can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, you can see this thing's radiator is pretty small, and as for fuel economy, in 93, this thing was getting like mid-20s city and like low 30s highway, but you said like you've gotten like what, like mid-20s?
23.
23, yeah.
Pretty regularly.
And you also said like the distributor was tuned a little, like it was a bit retarded, right?
Yeah.
YouTube, that's not me being offensive. This thing's literally retarded. All right. You got some other modifications you want to talk about, like Skunk 2 stuff you were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, engine-wise, completely stock D series. Suspension-wise, it's got like you mentioned earlier.
Sorry. Yep. Go on.
It's got some early, like first generation, early 2000s Skunk 2 sport shocks and coilovers.
Yep.
It's got a full Skunk 2 catback.
Which sounds really nice, may I add. We can do a clip of that right now.
For a D series.
Yeah. So it's not as farty as your average D series. Like, it's because it's a Skunk 2, it's an actually decent sounding exhaust, especially at Redline. I remember last week when we were at the Gator Greasers meet, you actually gave it a couple revs and it sounded really good then. And on the road we could probably get a bit of exhaust through that open rear window. And if we also move to the back, I wanted to talk about something else that this thing came with, which is actually the trunk, but we might need the key for that, so just give me one moment. But yeah, this thing's pretty much stock power, but he's done a lot of modifications, especially with alignment. I remember a couple months ago, this thing was pretty much like, it was like 5 degrees something in the rear. It was pretty sketch, and we were almost slid out on one of these roads nearby. He's since then fixed the camber. He's got decent tires, except like the ones in the back are like, they're not the same as the front. He's got Toyos in the front, and he's got eye moves in the back. I don't know what they are. Don't worry about it. It's front wheel drive. Oh, that the lease is nice. But yeah, he's got Toyos in the front, which is all that matters. So like next thing, I think I'll talk about the trunk, and I'll talk about like gas, and then I think we'll get a move on. All right, moving on to the trunk. You see that I took the key out because, well, you need it to pop it open. You have where the target top resides, but underneath that you actually have, hang on, how do you?
No.
Oh fuck, my fault. Thanks. You have a really good amount of space. Because this thing is only a 2-seater, you don't have to worry about back seats. So you have a really deep entry, and you can fit a fuck ton of stuff in here, which you definitely have.
Yeah.
So I think we should honestly put the target top up for the driving segment. So you want to help me do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so you see that you just take it out of here. It's not too heavy. It's pretty light actually. You just move it around, and then you lock it into place. If you just, yep, you put it down, lock it on that side, and then I'm able to open the door, right? Oh yeah. And then you do, there you go. And that is how you put the top on/off a Del Sol. So without further ado, I think we should get on the road and see how this thing drives. All right, we're heading to Pescadero Beach to meet up with the dudes from Gator Greasers. So we might actually do a bit of spirited driving. It depends on like how much room we have.
No, through this.
Oh yeah, right. So I'm not used to a bucket seat.
Yeah, with stock steering,
It's kind of. All right, I'm gonna try to get out of here tenderly because, okay, there's no one coming. This thing has light steering despite having no power steering.
It's power assisted.
Oh, power assisted? Oh, never mind. I thought they had no power steering.
The base models don't, but these do.
All right, yeah. So despite being a 4-speed auto, it actually shifts really smoothly despite being 31 years old. I'll put my window up for the no wind.
You're fine with mine being down?
Yeah, it should be fine. But no, yeah, like on a mountain road, this thing's actually pretty like gentle, and the steering is lighter than I remember, at least, because I remember driving it for like 5-10 minutes in Pacifica.
Definitely fixed with being raised.
Yeah, although it does have no power, no ABS still, so I still have to be careful during the corners. I'm only going like 35-ish, so we're fine. We do have to catch up though, so if we have a little more room, then maybe we could send it. Although driving dynamics so far, it's really stable, especially because of like you fixed the coilover camber in the back. But I have a bunch of confidence despite the steering wheel is smaller than stock because it's like a fake Mugen one. But oh shit, hang on. Yeah, no, they're going that way. We're going straight. This thing actually does sound good. If we have a little more room, I could probably rev it out a little more. But for now, I'll keep it easy because they're a bit of a twisties. I'll put the rear view window up just because of the wind. Yeah.
If you feel a plunking under your feet, you're fine.
No, yeah, I got it.
Beneath the Canadian bushings.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I have a lot of confidence in this thing. The steering tightens up when you need to in the corners, and because this thing's only like 2,300 pounds, this I have no problem like, you know, throwing its weight around. It's literally just a front-wheel drive Miata, which would make sense because they came out around the same time. My favorite sign, and as you can see, we have a little bit of ahead of us. We can unleash that 125 horsepower. There's literally no one here. We could low-key send it. Oh shit. They pulled over, damn. Oh, they're doing a photo shoot. Yeah. I mean, for my first non-ABS car, it's actually pretty friendly. When you get up to speed and like when this thing goes over bumps, it's obviously not the quietest thing, but like who expects a 90 Civic to be quiet? It'll be fine. And the exhaust isn't drony at all, at least at most RPMs, so you don't have to worry about like, you know, getting tired of hearing the exhaust. Even off throttle, it's a subtle noise. I'm gonna take it easy in these small wet spots. It's still very sunny, but like there's still these wet spots you gotta be careful with.
Probably pick it up a little here.
manually shift the 4-speed, but I think I'll do it like when we have a...
better off not, to be honest.
Yeah. And we're kind of at highway speeds. I mean, this thing is it's pretty comfy. Oh my god.
You're good.
Yeah, you do gotta get plays, so you don't gotta worry about it.
The bump steer is pretty bad though.
Yeah.
You're good. You push it.
Yeah, now that the roads are a little less...
Watch it.
Yeah. I just gotta wait. This Highlander is the only one... I mean, it's pacing us, so...
Yeah, there you go.
We just gotta make sure we can catch up to them at Pescadero in time. The road is getting a bit... Like, it is opening up a bit, so we could maybe see what this thing is like in terms of acceleration. I mean, like 0 to... Yeah.
It ain't much.
Yeah, I know. It's like 0 to 60 in like, what, 8 seconds? 9 seconds?
9.6.
Yeah. It's all... Oh my god, that Porsche. It's not gonna break any records, but I don't think anyone expects Miatas to be fast either, so they shouldn't expect the same out of a D series Del Sol. Oh yeah, also I forgot to talk about how you have all these like small little gauges here. You have all these little buttons here. You have your auxiliary light, which I think is like your fog lights, right? Yep. You have your cruise control, you have your windshield defroster, and then you have your hazard. It kind of works like in a Skyline R32 in that case, because they have something similar. You have a bunch of cows, because we're in the middle of essentially nowhere. But we're heading to...
Probably open it up here.
Yeah. Please let me pass. You think, should I pass? Alright, I'm gonna see if we can go for an overtake. Normally, I know this part, like when we go into Pescadero, it becomes a little more straight. Yeah, you were right about the bump steer. Yep. It's good though, it's stable. Come on, please. Please. Okay, I need to open VTEC, bro. Oh yeah, I forgot. VTEC engages around 4,800 in these, but in the other motors it engages a little higher. All right.
Watch it.
Yep.
Pretty much stable.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
All right.
Catch up.
Yep. What the fuck is this doing in the middle of Pescadero? But anyway, this thing has the pickup. If you get it to kick down just right, if it stops gear hunting, then it really actually puts it back into its seat, which is surprising for a car which only has 120 horsepower. But you got to remember this thing weighs just over a ton, so you don't have much weight to push around. Holy shit, GTR. Oh wait, is that the same one that was at?
Yeah, there's this.
Yeah, all these dudes were at Alice's earlier. Getting on to the PCH, or the one, whatever people call it up here. See if they have room. No one left, no one right. Oh fuck. Fucking bolt.
Don't hold the brake in the gas.
Yeah, I don't. It sounds good when you get up to high RPM, and it isn't slow at all. Like I thought the thing would be like, I thought I would be waiting for this thing. No, I was able to get up to the limit just fine. Although uphill you might need to give it a little bit because it's not a very torquey motor. This thing's robust though. Like I thought I would have to be a little more gentle with it. It likes it when you give it the throttle. It's one thing I always like about Hondas. They will respond nicely to aggression, whereas with stuff like a Hellcat, they'll kick you off if you give it a little too much, which is why you see so many people crash. But there's the ocean. Much farther to go. We've only about 3 miles.
You got 5 minutes, we're good.
Yeah. The Skunk 2 is actually a really nice choice, even though like all these mods are from like the mid 2000s, they still hold up today pretty well. All right, as we reach the parking lot, I wanted to give my final thoughts about the Honda Civic Del Sol SI. This thing's actually a really good choice. I mean, it started from around $13,500 back in 1993 or something like that. For that kind of money, and especially today, which these things are worth kind of cheap, you can get these things as a good substitute for a Mazda Miata, especially because the NAs are priced to hell right now. And these, if rear-wheel drive isn't a must for you, then these things are a really good option. They have the same amount of power, they have the same kind of rigidity. You do have to worry about stuff like leaking seals and stuff like that, but that's not too bad. That's like too bad. Reliability wise, it's a Honda, so it'll last forever, even with a D series motor. And I think it's honestly a really good choice. It is a bit like, because it's so lightweight, you have to like treat it with care. And it also, because it has no airbags, like at least on the earlier models, it has no ABS, all that kind of stuff. You do have to be gentle with it. But if you're good with your timing, and you know when to give it throttle, and you know when to back off, and the mechanical limits of the grips are, then I think honestly it's a good choice. Yeah, I remember we came here last month when I did my driving debut. If only these guys were here to see this, but like it's not like we were doing much anyways. All we did was floor it.
Yeah. Thanks for taking it easy.
Yeah, of course. I know it's your only thing.
How do the brakes feel?
They feel good. Like I think I was worrying a bit too much about like, you know, ABS. I mean, no ABS, like locking it up. I was using the same amount of brake as I normally do, and oh my god, I forgot to almost mention this thing has a Brembo brake kit, right? Well, kind of.
Just blanks.
Yeah, it's a BBK. So these things this actually stops really well. I was worried about like, you know, having to slow down a little more, but this thing slows down really nice.
It's the best OEM you can get.
Yeah, and I think you got sway bars, right?
Only front.
Oh, only front. Rear. Yeah, the rear sway bars do a lot.
Come with them, surprisingly.
I mean, I'm not too surprised because the 2009 Impreza didn't come with them, so we had to install. Is that one?
The Integras did.
Huh. Well, I guess that makes a little sense. Acura wanted to push that up a little, but yeah, no. What is it? Even Kevin's GLI, he put some upgraded rear sway bars on the back, and it felt really nice. This thing will definitely improve from a lot of that. Mm-hmm. We're next to the beach. We might as well roll windows down. All right.
Seats. Want me to do this?
Yeah. So we pulled up to the Pescadero parking lot, but it is kind of low, so I'll let you do that.
Yeah. Unless we're at the wrong spot.
No, because I saw their cars down there.
Maybe there's a better entrance.
Probably. Do we have to take that road and go over it? Or did we actually go to the wrong one? I swear to fucking God, bro. All right, now it's just like dirt. Wait, what? Is that them over there? Bro. I'm so confused. There was no entrance to the other one you saw. So we got an updated location. Why does it say 13 miles? Shit's bugging. Never mind. Yeah, it's right up here. We have to wait for the light again? Oh, come on.
Pretty sure it's a turn off left here.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't see it. It looked like it was blocked off.
It did look blocked.
Yeah, it's not this one. It's not this one.
It's not?
No, yeah, look.
This is where we were last time, though.
Nah, it wasn't this one. It was like a longer one.
Yeah, doesn't it go back?
No, it doesn't look like. It must be another one. Because it says here. There's a runoff over here.
Oh shit. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see then.
All right. We thought we were at the spot, but we weren't. So we had to go back. So to wrap up my impressions, this Del Sol, especially with the mods Asher put on, it's a good daily. You can have it be sporty when you want it to be, and parts aren't expensive. So you could pretty much drive this thing all year round, and it's really fun with the roof down. We just didn't have. We had it down for a little bit at the start, but then because of wind noise and for like quality, we decided to put it back up. But it's not like this thing, it affects its rigidity all that much anyways. We're fashionably late. There's Dylan. And here is the rest of the club.
It's all his fault.
No, it is not. No, it's not.
The wrong one.
No, it's not. We didn't see anyone here.
Too. And there were fucking massive potholes.
Oh, well, I know, right?
Oh my god. All right, well, without further ado, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. See ya. Leaving Alice's, you can see just how many people there are.
I hate this right here.
No, yeah, me too. Little.
Yeah. I don't fuck with water.
No, I get it. Bro's like Sonic, he can't swim.
Yeah. It's also because, you know, I have different tires in the rear.
Oh yeah, dude. So, I thought you changed all four. It's cool though.
I don't have the money.
Yeah, that's fine.
Eventually, probably like next year.
Oh, he's gone past. Yeah, I'd say go after this corner.
Yeah. See if this is straight away.
I think it is. It should be, or it's a long sweeping left. Oh wait, yeah, this one like tightens up at the end. I remember because I understeered.
I'll wait. Gotta respect the road.
Dude, Tom was talking about this when we were in the car. He was like, in Germany, we don't have to deal with this problem because we don't have to share the road because they actually have the infrastructure for bikes and shit like that.
But at the same time, this is kind of out in the middle of. You know,
yeah, he just didn't expect. He was just like, people bike up here. You know, I was like, yeah, people bike like on roads like this everywhere. Oh yeah, this thing, it's much more rigid in the back.
Yeah, it feels so much better.
Oh my god, yeah, no, you're cooking. Is that a
C6?
Oh, I thought it was, dude, for a second I thought it was like, is that a Tesla Roadster first gen?
It's a C6, not a 5, right?
Yeah, it was a 6.
I can never tell the difference. The 5 and 6, they're so similar.
The 5 has the pop-up headlights.
Yeah, you're right.
But I guess they, like, in body shape, they do look similar. Oh, this is peak.
So much more fun to drive now.
Oh my god, yeah. I can't wait.
Wet? Yeah, wet.
A little.
Sorry.
No, that's cool.
I always like having the map on because then it kind of knows you can kind of
Yeah.
the curves.
No, yeah, I like having it on like the side like that. So like once we drive, I'll put this in the holder, because I just treat it like a mini map, like it's Forza or some shit.
Exactly. It's nice because I don't know these roads well.
Yeah, I mean I've only driven on them once before, but you know I've been on them, like not dozens of times, but like a couple times. Oh, bro, I instinctively reached for a grab handle. It's down here.
The only one, yeah. It's just that.
Oh fuck! Damn.
What?
Nothing. I was bouncing around a bit.
Oh yeah,
It's fine.
Suspension's. I'm actually gonna get stiffer.
Yeah, it's all good. The fire department is this way, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna get 10Ks in the front, 8Ks in the rear.
Nice.
We're like.
Yeah, you guys. You're just his front wheel drive cousin. That's all.
Like a bastard.
Yeah.
Bastard cousin.
Bastard cousin is crazy.
I hate slowing down in the turns.
No, yeah, it's with no ABS, I guess it makes sense because like you risk your inward tire locking up.
Especially on an open diff.
Oh, this has an open diff. I thought it was. Was it only was it limited slip on the VTEC trim? I feel.
SIR.
Oh.
But that we never got that.
Yeah.
That's a European.
Yeah, I know. What about the I mean, what about the trim with the B16 in the States? Didn't have us? Didn't that have
I
it?
think so.
That's crazy.
They ever came, 'cause they're just EGs.
Yeah, yeah, but like, why would you have the B16A but like not have the LSD? That's crazy to me.
I have no idea.
You could probably retrofit one.
Oh, you can easily install it. You can just get them, little block things.
Oh yeah.
Throw it in there.
Damn, I've not seen these new Camaros, or at least I didn't know that someone in the club had one. You got Ben's RSX, you haven't seen this. You've seen Jason's RCF, of course, and Sheen's C43, the ML500. You've seen all that before. I'll link that in the description too. You got the Del Sol, and you got Brian's new 2008 Cayman S. It's a 3.4 liter, I think, or 3.4 liter. You got PASM, you got the bigger brakes, you got all that stuff. Makes around 300 horsepower. Just around this. Mango's, you got Mango's GR86. He calls it Lychee or Lychee, whatever. He got the VA. No, I gave him like a basic rundown. Don't worry. You got Rashid's pink NC Miata. You got Juan's IS250, and I think that's about it. Oh yeah, he's planning to take this thing to track in about 2 weeks. I mean, it looks nice, I can't lie. He's got gloves. Yep.
Sir, I do not consent to being...
Bro, come on.
I like the WRX.
Yeah, it's Sheen's friend, I think.
That's a lot higher than I thought.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's a 2 liter.
The cold air intake on the exhaust that pushes it closer to like 170 or so.
Not bad.
Oh yeah, this thing, it can definitely rip. I just wish I was there to see it.
And with a tune, I could probably get that another 17, so I could break 180-ish.
Nice ass view. I chose the wrong shoes to bring to the beach. Oh god.